we go. The microphone is on, the music is done, and I'm your host, DrFox2000. We're watching a VolcanoX, a live stream. Hang on, I gotta shut off some other audio in the background here. Okay, I think I fixed that, and thank you everyone for being here. Glad to have you all on board today. It is... What is it today? It's Friday, the 30th of September. And in some places it's already the 31st of September. And we don't mind that. Of course, that is across the international date line. So, let's see. Thanks for the welcomes from all the good people in here. And glad to have you all on board. We'll get to saying hi to all of you in a minute or so. First off, want to say hi to our wonderful moderators, Arizona Snowman and Piggy and C&D Boy and possibly Gary, 24/7 Alive AZ Skies, as well as maybe Joseph Fields and Lucas Snow. We'll see who's in the background, but that is all good. So glad to have the moderators on board. And of course, glad to have all of you wonderful people here as well. And let's get in, and John Raper, get up there, gets the cookies today. Welcome, and glad that you were able to make it first there, John. So, perfect. Got them. And hopefully that is all good. And I will get going through all of the names real quick. So, welcome to all of you. And yeah, lava cookies. There's some. We always like lava cookies, and there's the recipe. Thanks, One Fish, for typing that in, and that is cool. There we go. So I'm gonna say hi, of course, John Raper, and good that you got the cookies, and also hello to Mona Alfano and One Fish 26, Kevin Haynes, Kathy, aloha Kathy. And I was reading what you were saying, what was going on there with Storm Chaser losing his homestead in Fort Myers, Florida. That's not good. But we'll talk about that a little bit more right away here. Welcome back, Kirst and Sue Hayes, and Oz is in the house. Welcome, Oz. Glad to have you here. Dave Kruk also in here, as well as Charlotte is back. Welcome, Charlotte. We got Sharon Stewart, who can hear me, which is really good. And Jairus is back as well. Good to have you on board. And I do understand it's late. You got to go to bed pretty quick, and no worries. Going up a little more on the list here to see who else we've got. And let's see, we got Sue, we got Kevin, we got Charlotte, Kathy, we got, and they're going up more and more and more, looking for more wonderful names. Did I say Kevin Haynes? I hope so. Anyway, Kirst is also here. Good to see you there. And Status Quo is in the house, as he says hi to John and Sue and Kevin, all in one nice line. Wonderful stuff. And let's see, we got Kirst already, and LOL, Gemma, Super Kitty, Dave and Claire is here. And let's see, Dr. Fox, all is well, and hey, Kevin, right back to the lounge, and prayers for the Florida and South Carolina and North Carolina, and that's absolutely fine, Dave. You know that it is unfortunate for those people that were in the path, and we still have more people in the path of this big storm Ian that is moving northward now, and it is in let's see, it is kind of crossing the border from South Carolina to North Carolina right now, if I'm in the right spot. And yeah, it is too, and that's where it is sitting. Actually, let's pop that on the screen just for the sakes of seeing where it is as I go through and say hi to the rest of the wonderful people here. Matt and Jen, welcome, and we got Kathy already. There you can see where that storm is sitting, and hopefully it's not going to be too terribly bad. I do have it sitting on precipitation, and we can see where it is heading. And of course, our wonderful Grandma B is up here in Raleigh or Raleigh. Not sure if I pronounced that right, but that is where she is, and hopefully she is going to be okay. We're going to actually put that on wind gusts so we can see how windy it is there. And yeah, they're getting 108 kilometers an hour in some spots right now, which is a little bit easier than 200 kilometers an hour, but still, that is around 70 mile an hour winds. That is still very, very strong. Anyway, going up a little bit more here. We did say hi to Status Quo. I'm glad to have you here. And let's see, Kevin Haynes we got, and going up a little bit more. And okay, yeah, I'm going to get back to LOL Gemma Super Kitty here in a second. Dave, I want to kind of apologize if you took that a little bit wrong. Okay, we'll get you fixed up here. Anyway, going up a little bit more here, and we see Kevin. We got all right, going, looking for more names. King Colin Deadman also in the house, and Big Toe made it back in, and good to see you. And Joseph Puderer, welcome back. OFU Lux also in the house, and let's see who else we've got in here. Lots of wonderful names. Robert and Chandel, glad to have you guys back. And going up a little bit more, and looking for more good names. Wow, Peter Greenlees, welcome back. Connie Tyree also here, good to see you. And I am up as high as I can go in the list, and don't see any others. Yeah, just to address Dave's concern here for a minute. Oh, Kate is also here. Welcome, Kate and Arliss. Dave, just so you understand, your name is very, very long and in the chat, right? And I'm not trying to be offensive, or wasn't trying to be offensive when I said that, I prefer if you could stack the names a little bit if you're saying hi to people. And like what Status Quo did as an example. He said hi to 3 different people in one shot, that kind of thing. That's kind of what I was trying to get across. And I'm not trying to be rude when I say don't say hi to everybody in here. You can do that. Of course you can say hi to everyone. It's that's the whole idea about having this wonderful group and Lava family. It's just your name is incredibly long, and when I was looking at my screen and when I said that comment, all I was seeing was just your name in there, okay? And it's kind of almost like you can't see anything else. So I hope you understand what I'm saying. And by no means do I want to kind of say that you can't say hello to people, all right? And that is, I hope you understand that, you guys. I'm not trying to be rude or anything like that. It's just that's what I was trying to say. So hopefully you understand that, Dave. And we'll carry on from there. Anyway, going to talk about the stuff that's going on with that storm. So it did leave the Florida coast. And Jar says, I am an amateur weatherman. This hurricane was insane to watch. And what I'm glad it didn't strengthen enough to make a second landfall extreme again. And yeah, that's exactly it, Jars. That's what we, really are grateful for. But it's still a very, very intense tropical storm. And we hope that those people who are still in the path, are prepared for this and understand that it's still very high winds and things like that. And, we hope that they fare well. So I'm in agreement with Joris. Yeah, well, I think we all are in that sense. And I'm happy it didn't regain as much strength. Of course, some of the weather stations were saying that it's going to turn back into a Category 3 or 4 and hit land again, and that didn't happen, and it kind of calmed down a little bit, but it is still a very intense storm. So we're hoping that things calm down a little bit. And of course, this going across here is going to turn around and throw some bad weather in for a lot of people. Weather never gets that bad in the UK. Thanks, John. And yeah, it's one of those things. It really can get really, really rough with some of those hurricanes. And Storm Chaser lost his homestead there in Fort Myer. That's a very big, sad shame. But that's one of those things. Living in a very nice place like that, they are subject to those storms, and it's unfortunate that they happen all along the Gulf Coast, Florida, and you get up Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina, those areas. They're all prone to those storms. Linda says, but still had a 4 to 5 foot of storm surge around Myrtle Beach, and lots of rain and flooding. And yeah, that's the thing that we were looking at. The winds, like I say, winds showing somewhere around 110 kilometers an hour, which is about 70 miles per hour. And that is there's a spot there 112, so 70 between 70 and 80 miles an hour in some of the heavier spots, right? And we really don't like that for anyone. That is horrible and hard to deal with. And then of course the rain that's coming with it, and that is this shot. We see the darker purple area here. That is really indicating that they're going to get some nasty rains coming up as this moves upward. And the same goes for some of the extra bands of this storm that have already snuck through, and hopefully that's going to dissipate as well. And yeah, it's one of those things. I saw you on the stream. Okay, I'm just reading through this real quick here. 2 others of our friends lost their homes in Andrews. We moved there about 2 years ago. Wow. Yeah. That's, you know, it's one of those things. Those areas are there. Kate says I live by Tampa, and yeah, I hope you didn't get too much damage there, Kate. Um, it is really really tough for anyone, really, where you think your home is your castle and you feel safe there, and it's one of those things. It's unfortunate, and as Sue says, we still have 118,000 customers without power here in Nova Scotia from Fiona, and that was just last week. So that is pretty bad. Mars 2028, welcome, and says I'm just checking in for a minute while I'm on my break. Ian will hit me south of DC tomorrow, Doc. Okay. Hopefully it'll be a little easier and dissipates a little bit more as it stays on land, and keeping fingers crossed. And we really don't want to see anyone getting hurt or anyone being out of, being put out by this. I know there's people who have lost a lot. Some total losses. Some people have lost cars. Some people have lost roofs and so on. I have to run, but I had to stop and say hi. Have a great weekend, and thanks. Thank you, Dr. Fox. You're welcome, Big Toe. Anyway, take care. Have a good weekend as well. Yeah, it's really horrible with the storms, and I don't know what we can really do to prevent anything. Build better houses, keep them on high ground. It's hard to say. It's a really tough thing. When you're in a place that's fairly low and on the coast, these things happen. And there's just one of those, it's nature. Mother Nature doesn't care about humans. Mother Nature will do what Mother Nature wants. Yeah, Linda says, don't rebuild on the beach. Yeah, it's one of those things. Even if you build your castle out of walls that are concrete and so on, you're still going to be subject to the rest of the area being without anything left. And yes, I did look at some of the damages that were incurred by that storm, and it's devastating. My heart goes out to these people. It really, really is. And hopefully that, things will get a little bit better, and things will get easier for them. So hopefully most of them had insurance and stuff like that. That's going to be able to cover a lot of that. Let's see. Carl Fowler says Ian has almost passed through where I live. It wasn't as bad as expected. Just rain and no damaging winds in Lancaster, South Carolina. So yeah, that's all right. I'm glad that you didn't get any big damage there. Yeah, Mother Nature will not be denied. All we can do is get out of her way. You got it, Linda. So that is one of those things. But from what I understood last, I noted there that the storm Ian is responsible for about 15 people perishing in it. So I hope that number doesn't climb too much more. It really bugs me, you know. And unfortunately, there's nothing we can do to stop what's already happened. But we can look forward and say, hey, be careful, be prepared, you guys. You know, these are things that when they happen, right? So I've got to go. Good luck to everyone in the lava family, especially the ones in the path of Ian. Thanks, Mars 2028. Appreciate that. And hopefully most people have heeded the advice and are prepared for, you know, what's still coming, because this thing is still on the move, right? Anyway, don't want to procrastinate on the storm here, so let's get back to our stuff that we've got going on as far as the rest of the world, and we'll take a look at some of the volcanoes that are going on and that kind of thing. Of course, I had this running earlier here. We'll turn that off. This is what was happening in Iceland earlier today, that I believe was around noon. Let me get onto that screen. I again had to reboot, so I'm kind of messed up with the way everything is happening on my computer here. It did have more updates for some funny reason, but it did what it did, and I'm searching for things all the time. Anyway, looking very, very smoky or steamy there at our Siggy Fisher, and we do see that, and that is pretty nasty looking, kind of a scene out of the old dinosaur movie, if you will, or something like that. And that's what it looked like for the most part, for most of the day here. Going ahead a little bit time-wise, this is about 8 hours and 13 minutes ago. Sun did come out for a while and shone some light upon the fissure, but really didn't see any new stuff going on, and that is, you know, it's unfortunate that we don't see anything live and wonderful coming out of it. I wish we could, but the lava workers have left. Those darn lava workers, eh? I blame them for everything. Anyway, this was about 20 minutes or 18 minutes, 19 minutes after 5 p.m. their time down there, and kind of looking at the whole thing. Less steam. A lot of that water has evaporated from the rains, and we're basically sitting here waiting for something to happen. And right now, apparently, it's not. So very, very quiet. Let's take a quick peek at the harmonic tremor chart, and let me find it. There we go. Looking at what we've got here, I got to refresh that really quickly, and we'll get the latest of the chart. There we go. And we got a new spike in there that I did not see earlier. That is interesting. We see it was on an upswing, and then got the spike, and I went and dropped right back down, and that's what we've got right there. And hopefully we'll see something in the future here. Let's take a look at a couple of the other charts while we're peaking, and we'll go down to, we'll hit the Grimsey one first, and then we'll take a look at the other one. So a Grimsey chart, it went way down yesterday and rebounded, and we do see a spike there, and then it kind of leveled off. Not enough to create an eruption of any type, at least not that I can see in here, and that is what we see right now at Grimsey. That's on the northern portions, and going down to the bottom end, hang on, Grindavik. There we go. So that is what we see from Grindavik. Everything is down. We do see a spike in there, but not anywhere near as tall. And that would indicate that we had an earthquake possibly to the north or northeast of our wonderful Fragerdalfjall, and we'll see what we can find there. Let's put this back up onto our Ragnar's chart, and there we go. And we'll take a look over at the other ones. That's not the one I wanted to go to. How come that's in here? I think something went wrong when I captured my screens. Yep, it did too. Ended up, like I said, I had to reload everything, and I may have boo-booed. There we go. But while we're looking at this one, just so you know, let me get onto that one here too. Where are we? There we are. Okay, so of course there's Iceland, and this is the Reykjanes Ridge going all the way down, and that is the turning point, and then it goes down, continues as the Mid-Atlantic Ridge, going down and separating North American plate, Eurasian plate, and of course down here is the African plate. But right here in this spot, they have had a bombardment of quakes, all kinds of them, and this is another. These are fairly new, from today, 5:38 a.m., and that is 4.6. 6:21 a.m. is a 4.6. Another 4.6. That is yesterday's at 21:22. And 4.8 from today at 13:52, and then the other one here, another 4.8 at 6:50 a.m. And that is so far today. That's what we're seeing in that shot. And I'm going to try to capture the other screen real quick here for us. So bear with me. And like I said, I had to redo everything. And for those people listening, you can probably hear a raspiness in my voice. Ever since last night there, it's been like that. It's actually, I've, had some lozenges. Boy, I can't even say that. Anyway, trying to keep my voice from cracking and going away. And it's been a kind of a challenge, and hopefully I'll make it through the show. So I will be taking a little bit longer breaks when we do that, and we'll see what we can do. Anyway, looking at this chart, of course, we don't see anything down here on the coming out onto the ridge from the peninsula, and just it's really, really quiet there for the most part. But we do see this guy. I want to go to the other map, though, this guy, and we'll start down here. So in the water, 1.2, 5.9 kilometers down from 2003. Then we had this 0.8, 5.5 kilometers down from 2248. Then we get a little bit closer to our Ragnar. And there it is, of course, Fragerdalfjall, and there's our Ragnar area, and this is the Siggy Fisher area. We don't see any earthquakes right in the immediate vicinity. Nothing until you get over towards Krusavik, and that's what we're seeing. And these are very small, so I'm kind of wondering where that spike came from. A 4 kilometers down from 1958, and then we have a 1950 for this 0.5, 4.8 kilometers down. And let's see, really nothing else that would have caused that. So what the heck caused that spike? And that should have been well within that 24-hour period. So that was about 12 hours ago, and we're not seeing anything that could have caused it. Hawaii volcano maybe in a new phase. Tilt meters went pretty up on Kilauea last week after the lava bed dropped down. Maybe we see a new fissure next month. Interesting, Jars. That could be something that may happen there. Or Mauna Loa will start erupting. And that is the other one that we could see in Hawaii. Anyway, 1.0 here, 0.2 kilometers down, so 200 meters. 1804 was the time on that guy. And then we get to this. 1112 was the time on this 0.7, 1.1 kilometers down. And really nothing major in our area. 3-minute warning, thank you. Appreciate that, Kevin. We do have this south of Katla area there, 1149, and 1.2, 5.2 kilometers down. And then when we get zooming in a little bit, Katla had a little bit more shaking going on, 5.1 kilometers down for this guy, and that was from 1247. Going a little bit closer here, 1.4 from 135 meters down, and that was 7:15 a.m. for that guy. Then we have another one here at 7:45, and it was a 1.24, and that was also 135 meters down. Then 0.5, which is 2.6 kilometers down, was actually from today as well. Freshest one, 22:36 was the time on it. In other words, very recently, that had happened. Sliding in, looking at Grimsvatn would be right there. Bardabunga is up here. So this area getting a little bit more shaken. 2230 for this 1.3, 8.7 kilometers down. Then we've got this one here at 2020, 1.3, 6.6 kilometers down. And we'll zoom into these three here. 1.1 from 2311, very fresh. And 3.2 kilometers down. Then we have the other one here. 1.96 is the magnitude, 135 meters down, 4:16 a.m. And then I think we got this one 2.1 kilometers down from 1:13. So that's kind of where that is at. We do see that extra 1.3 there, 6.6 clicks down from 2020. And then we slide up and take a look at Astja. We see a 3.8 kilometers down, 2322, a very fresh quake. And we also had a 0.5 there, 8.9 kilometers down from 1629. And that is kind of what we've got. Where a couple more other ones on the other side here is 1512. For 1.77 kilometers down, and we see a brand new one there from 2000, 0.9, 6.1 clicks down, and we'll just leave that one there, slide up a little bit more, and we're not going to go through these, just to let you know that they are still there. They are not as intense and not as numerous by any means. Total earthquakes for the last 24 hours showing 59 on the list right now, and you can see that up here in the top right hand portion of the screen, and that's what we've got. So that is it. And we do have a 2.3, and that is, I think, the biggest one I've seen. 56 minutes after midnight, 5 kilometers down for that guy. And we'll leave that be for our actual earthquakes for Iceland today, and we'll carry on with the other stuff after the break. And we do need to turn some lava back on for you. And there we go. We'll make that move even. There we go. Got it. All right. Putting that little banner back on so people don't yell at me. I've had comments, people saying, well, when that wasn't, wasn't brand new, why are you showing it? Like, come on. In the comments, and things like that really puts a downer in what I do, and I guess they don't care for the show or something, and just want to aggravate. But we'll leave that be. Anyway, that's kind of what we got. I'm going to go take a break, you guys. So I'll turn the music back on. Thank you for those people who've already hit that like button. If there's anyone else that is enjoying the show, please do pop it. And also, if you're new and you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing if you're enjoying the show. I feel we've earned it. On that note, I'll be back in about 5 minutes or maybe a little longer, and let my voice rest for a few minutes. I'm your host, DrFox2000, here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Don't go away. I'll be back. I am back. Welcome back, everyone. I see John has got to go. John, good night to you, and also good night to to Jairus. And thank you for the welcome back from Kevin and Sue. Thank you, guys. And night, Doc. Okay, John Raper. Good night, and no eating those lava cookies in bed. That'll leave crumbs. Anyway, let's keep going with our wonderful stuff here, and we'll see where we're at. We'll turn that back off temporarily, and that next place to go. Yep, crumbs, snow. Anyway, we'll go over to Sicily and have a look. And of course, Sicily was not pleasant looking today for the most part. It really had some issues with looking at, well, you can see the clouds, and it's pretty nasty there as far as all that rain that they are getting. And this was from 1851, or just about 7 p.m. Their time. I did do the time lapse from earlier this morning where it was a lot clearer. Dr. Fox, lemon +1 cup of hot water, and honey for you. We love you. Aww. Thanks, Kathy. And that's good. All right. Jairus says, I meant good night, John. I'm not about to sleep. Oh, okay. I'm enjoying this stream. All right. Well, you're more than welcome to enjoy it. Anyway, here's the that time lapse I made from earlier this morning. This was from 8:30 a.m. onward, and it kind of showed what Etna was doing, and that is all right. Thanks, Kevin Haynes, for gifting that one membership. That is awesome. Kevin, I'm just writing that down. Thank you very kindly. And gifted one. There we go. And that is kind. Anyway, you see those clouds zipping along. Of course, this is running at 64 times regular speed, and you can see what it was doing. And of course, it's just bad weather. You know, they've been getting some pretty nasty weather there for the last couple of days. I don't know. I don't recall even showing yesterday's. Maybe what we'll do here, I'll turn on yesterday's, and we'll turn this guy off, and we'll let you look at yesterday's again, just so you can see what it was looking like yesterday. And I don't recall if I actually showed this, but I did have it on here, and I figured, well, I'll show it a second time if people didn't see it. But that gives you a pretty good idea of what we did have yesterday as well. And those clouds were just moving along pretty nasty like, and causing kind of weird sensations, if you will. Mind you, this was from yesterday evening, so a little bit kind of the way it is. Yeah, all of Europe seems to be very cloudy, rainy, cold, very cold. They had a very hot summer, and now they're getting a very cold fall, which is kind of what the scoop is. Anyway, that's kind of what it looked like there yesterday, just so you could see that little time lapse as well. And that was it. So we'll turn that off, and this, of course, is from just about 7 hours ago, just shy of 7 hours ago. With what we're seeing for today. And of course, live is because it's late at night there, or sorry, 1:44 in the morning is what it is. So it's in the wee hours, and that is what we see out there. in Sicily. So let's go to the Azores, and we'll have a look at the Azores. That is what the current picture is right now. And I'm trying to find it. There it is. As we are sitting on the island of São Jorge, and of course the lights that we see are from Pico Island. That is about 18 kilometers away. There's a strait in between here with water. For those who aren't familiar with that scene, that's what it looks like during the day. This is a few days back, actually. What was this? I think July 11th is that picture. But still, it gives you the idea. It's about 18 kilometers between the islands, and too far to swim. The other one, of course, we'll be showing is not that one. This one here, that cove, and that is our next picture, and that is in basically a live. Well, it's not live, but it's updated from 2346, and that is this view. And we typically watch the waves splashing in here and see how rough the sea is. There you can see some of that white water, and that's a good indicator. It's still fairly active there. And as far as weather is concerned, let's pop over and have a look at the white screen. That'll populate itself. There we go. I'm going to make that bigger, actually. There we go. That's better. And looking at the list of earthquakes that we did have, we only had 2 there that are on here, and this one was from 1.5, 8:30 in the morning, and then we had a 1.6 from 1902, and that is what we see on the island of São Jorge, or if you want to say it in Portuguese, São Jorge. And we'll pop over to the other map. I do believe that is fresh. Let me see if I can refresh it again. And there we go. We'll make that bigger so we can see it properly. And of course, we're not seeing any quakes to the east. There's the 2 that are really on São Jorge. And then this is Fayal Island, and of course these guys are still hanging around here. Wow, these are new ones. 8 hours ago 2.3, 23 hours ago 2.7, 2 hours ago or 2.5 hours ago 2.0, and then we see this guy here 2.2 18 hours ago, and 15 hours ago another 2.0. And that is kind of what we've got there. If I zoom out just a little bit, so there you can see the mid-Atlantic ridge, the way it works its way through, and of course the primary fracture zone is right there going in that direction, but there are multiple fissures running through all of this area, and this is kind of no man's land right in here. Where we have all kinds of things happening because of the stress being right at the corner of 3 tectonic plates. Anyway, that's kind of what we see there. If we slide down, we can take a look at what they look like. And there's the entirety of what we've got, 7 quakes. And I'm going to try to bring this guy up. No. Close, go back. Thanks. There we go. Got it. Anyway, depth-wise, you can see that we have 2 that are, one is just about 5 kilometers, the other one is about 11 kilometers down. The other ones were all at the surface, so that's what we've got out of it, 7 quakes there in total. Hopefully that is okay, and again, yeah, the deep ones are out in the water, and São Jorge had surface quakes, the 2 of them that they did have. So that's it for the Azores today, and we will pop over to our next volcano, and that is here. Oh, Kathy got the gift from Kevin Haynes, and that is awesome. At least we see where it went this time, and that is pretty cool. We don't mind that. And let's have a look and see what we've got. Popocatépetl in Mexico doing its thing. And we see it is cloud covered, and that picture looks like it's a little bit out of focus. And I tried to look at the settings earlier here, thinking, okay, it's popped to some lower value, but it's as high as it can go. Anyway, if we pop back to the morning hours here, going back about 11 hours and 7 minutes ago or thereabouts, I'm going to just advance it 5 seconds at a time till it starts doing its erupting thing here. Maybe I need to go 10 seconds at a time. Going too slow, and we'll try that. Pop it forward. There we go. All right, so this at 7:23 is where we see this guy popping out in the early morning hours, of course, for Popocatépetl in Mexico. That's about 70 kilometers south of Mexico City, and it is doing its thing. Hey, I'll have a cookie. I want one. I want a cookie. I'm gonna. That's it. I'm gonna eat the squirrel's cookies. He's not gonna like me. Speaking of squirrels, I watched him. He was on the balcony, and I seen him there, and I said hi to him, and he went and pulled out the cookie, and I said, "Oh, so you're gonna have the cookie first?" And he left the cookie, he dropped it, and he went and grabbed one of the walnuts, and took the walnut piece and jumped into the tree, and then he actually sat in the tree looking at me into the window here, and while he's munching on it. So I thought that was kind of cute as I was talking to him. Anyway, that is what we were seeing in the wee hours there. Next one was around, I think, 8:30 their time for the next plume. If I was correct. No, that's 8:15. There was a little one at 8:15. Not as dark or full of ash or anything like that. I just wanted to make note here. You see how much snow is left? Very, very little snow on Popocatépetl, and that's kind of what we were seeing. Moving ahead a little bit more here, this should be very close to where we had the next reasonable sized eruption popping out, and there it is. And of course I'm going ahead 5 seconds at a time, otherwise it's a little too slow for our visual needs, and it did puff out fairly well, so we know it is continuing to do its thing. Animals, I love you, Dr. Fox. Yeah, they do. I like that. They're good animals. Well, the funny part is, though, you know, they sit in the tree, and actually, if I'm talking to them, they like it. And, you know, the squirrel's looking right at me while it's chomping away and listening to me yak at it. So, pretty awesome. Anyway, this was 9:04 a.m. Another little bit of a plume or puff coming out of there. It really wasn't anything major, and we carry on with time, and the clouds had started to roll in here somewhere around here. Let's see if we got it in the right spot. Yeah, just about 11 a.m. and we see the clouds rolling in, but we also see a very large plume of very, very dark material popping out again, and that is kind of interesting to see it doing that. And of course, this one was bigger than the other ones, and it kept on going for quite some time. Um, in consideration of how long the other ones last duration-wise, this one was going for a few minutes. So sliding down time-wise, and we lose sight of it pretty quick. There after 11:53 a.m. It's in the clouds. We couldn't see it anymore, and it stayed there for the most part. And then we get that volcano gray, the beautiful thing we always see. Taking a look at Fuego, it was not so good for the most part. Earlier morning it was clear, but let me get it onto one of the little puff situations there. And there we can see it popping out with some of that very dark ash as well, doing its thing. So hopefully that is kind of letting you know that, yeah, it was still doing what it needs to do. And if we continue on there, it kind of did that for a while, and then the clouds built up on it, and then it was shortly thereafter we lost visibility for a long time. And yeah, kind of clouds moving in, and that by that time that was 10 o'clock, quarter after 10 their time down there. So there were a couple of good ones in there though, and I think this is one of them where you can see it billowing up. It was 11:04 a.m. and that's what we were seeing, and not bad. And then after that, again, back to the volcano gray, and we did see this one later, and it's really hard to tell what was going on there. This was at about 1:51 their time there in the afternoon, and we did notice that's what it was doing. Carrying on here a little bit more, I think it stayed volcano gray for the most part all the way through. I don't know if we can see much in this shot. No, that's not going to work. And that's kind of what we had there. So I'm going to put that back on live. Quick peek at this one, Cerro Negro in Nicaragua. You can definitely see it is off-gassing, throwing out a lot of steam, and very interesting to see that and taking off like that. And our other one, of course, in Nicaragua is a Messiah, and a Messiah continues to do what it does, and that is always create and generate those plumes. And at nighttime, of course, we can see the glow from the magma or lava down on the bottom, and that is pretty good. Try a drive fuel. What? No. Okay. Do you know there is a sleeping volcano in Germany? There are several volcanoes. The Eiffel is one of them, and we hope it stays that way. Yeah, and the Eiffel can be a really nasty one. If that thing goes, there's going to be a lot of problems. So that is, for Germany, that is something you don't want to have happen, is have that volcano pop up. There's a couple of other ones there as well. So we can take a look at the a volcano map later and just kind of point those out if you like. I heard it wasn't what we need. Yeah, it isn't what we need. No, it's if the Eiffel went, yeah, there would be a big problems. And the Eiffel, a volcano in Germany in the 90s. Oh, okay, DJ. So you have seen it. and they call it the West Eiffel, is what the volcano maps are showing it as, but it is what it is. And anyway, let's carry on here. A quick peek at our other one, Lava Dreadnought emergency package being assembled as we speak. Tim Tams will be on their way. Hugs and hearts. Thank you, Doctor, for all. Thank you for all you do. Thanks, Oz. That is awesome. I'll appreciate it, and hopefully it won't get stopped at customs. And I'll be please let me know how you sent it, so I know how to expect it, because I got snagged with that when Piggy sent me the lava from her volcano there, and I don't want to have to go change my credit card numbers and everything again. That was a real headache, and that was really scary with all that. But anyway, and of course that wasn't Piggy's fault. That was my fault for not reading carefully. Thanks, Oz. Okay, on that friendly note, though, I see it is time for me to go take a break. We do see Merapi on the screen. We'll see it smoking. We'll worry about that in a little while. And when we get back from the break, of course, we will have bacon seeds, and that would be nice to look at today. So don't go away, you guys. If you're enjoying the show, by all means hit that like button if you haven't done so already. Also, if you're new and you want to get in here and chat, if you subscribe, it takes 1 minute to get in there and do its thing. Then you can get in and chat in the wonderful chat box with all these great people, and they are all, great, wonderful people in here. So they don't bite, they don't hurt people, they don't break legs, at least not that I know of. But that kind of thing. I see a bunny just got here as well, so that is cool. Bunny is eating, and I'm going to be back in 5 minutes or thereabouts, and then we'll take a look at bacon seeds. So don't go away, you guys. More show to come. I'll throw it back on our canned lava for the time being, since we don't really have any volcanoes that are throwing out anything really super right now. So there we go. Canned lava. And we'll turn that on and make that happen. Don't go away. I'll be back in a little bit here. I'm your host, DrFox2000, with a very bad voice today, bad throat, and we'll be back. Don't go away. Thanks. Okay, the microphone is back on. Welcome back, everyone. I'm your host, DrFox2000, and I've got a very sore and scratchy throat. Well, the throat actually isn't scratchy, but it is hot, and that is telling me that I have to be careful. It's one of those things. Anyway, you guys, I'm going to shut this back off here. And thank you for the welcome backs. I see Ramble On is here. Welcome. I'm glad to have you on board. And there was somebody else in here as well that looked like they were speaking a different language. There it is. Need Brakeman. Okay. Interesting. But I'm not speaking English. So that's all right. Anyway, thank you, everyone. Jars and Suhei saying, I can hear you. And yeah, I hope the microphone is on and you can still hear me all right. Too many distractions. Well, welcome, Billy Bob Joe. You still sound sexy to me. Hugs. Thanks, Oz. That's awesome. Okay, and yeah. Speaking of, mentioned that the bunny was there, the squirrel came too, so they were all there at the same time. Anyway, there we go. Okay, let's stop our lava flow here again, and we'll put the brakes on and go rich. There we go. I love having the power to control a volcano, hey? Let's get over and have a look at bacon seeds for today, you guys. And of course, for the new people that don't quite understand what bacon seeds are, well, you take a look at what that lava looks like. And of course, it looks like bacon. And where do you get bacon from? Well, you get bacon from bacon seeds. Hey, Anna Wallner. Welcome, Anna. Glad to have you on board. And nice to see you. And there we go. Clicking on my bacon seeds here. Let's go, computer. And let's see. Come on, guys. Let's see the oink oink for Doc. And awesome. Anyway, this was the last one from yesterday. Thanks, Oz. That was the last one from yesterday, other than the guinea pigs. But we won't worry about those guys. Here's our first bacon seed for today, and these guys are all dressed up apparently. So, and that one, of course, showing you its better side, sticking its tongue out at you, and that is cute. I gotta love it. So very awesome, and yeehaw, yeah, and. Let's go and look at this one. This one too has got a fancy dress on with I don't know what the heck is that supposed to be like a unicorn? I don't know what that is on top of its head, but definitely there it's got pearls and everything. So pretty cute. There we go. Next one is this. And that one is dressed up to go to the mall as well, I guess. So pretty neat looking. And that definitely is an indoor piggy. And we like that. And let's get to the next one. That is this guy or gal. And looking pretty plump and ready to go as well. You know, pigs in clothes. It's kind of awesome to see that. And they're all dressed up. They're going to a party or something. I don't know what they're doing, but they're all dressed up. The whole lot of them. And this one is, here's another one with a dress on. That one's having a little grass snack before it heads to the party. And that definitely... an interesting looking dress, and let's get to our last bacon seed for today. What? They are dressed up better than me. Okay, and ready for Oktoberfest. Oh, maybe that's what they're doing. Let's take a look. It's what? That's a 33 and a 22 in a 22. Oh, okay. And this one, I don't know if this is Irish or Scottish or whatever it is, but looks kind of funny. And that's our last one for today. And that is pretty awesome. Tutu. A tutu? What about a 3-3 or a 4-4? Everybody always says tutu. I want to see more than a tutu. Or maybe not. I don't know. This is me best addressing. Yeah, hog pipes. Lots of fun. Okay, that's our bacon seeds for today. Let's get back over to our wonderful volcanoes and return to that. Anyway, we did see. Yeah, I know Arizona snowman, a little bit funny. Anyway, Merapi, and Merapi is continuing to do its thing today. We see some off-gassing there, and it looks like it's doing a pretty good job on a continuous basis for what's been happening there for the last little while. If we go back a little bit in time, this is about an hour ago, I think, hour and 14 minutes ago. Looked about the same as far as output. We get into the golden morning moments, and you can see it was still doing exactly what it was doing now. The wind direction was slightly different, but that's what we were seeing, so not too bad. And if we go into the nighttime, they did have some stuff going on here as well, but not very much. Most of it was in the clouds. And let me see. Yep, pretty much in the clouds for the most part. If we go back here, you can see still not doing too much, but it was there, and we got it. Give me a second here. I just got to see. We had something. Oh boy. Okay. Okay. Give me a sec. Okay. I just got an email from Piggy, and it says she just lost Wicker, her other Scotty. Oh, crap. Sorry. As you know, Piggy lost her one Scotty just last week, and today or tomorrow or the first would have been the 15th birthday for her other dog, and now she's lost Wicker as well. Oh, damn it. Sorry, guys. Let's put some heart emojis in the chat, and no words, just heart emojis for Piggy, please. And I'm going to take a few minutes, and I don't care if it's more than 5, just heart emojis for Piggy. Okay. Piggy, if you're listening to us, all our thoughts to you, and sorry for your losses. Yeah, this is just horrible. To lose both dogs and this close together is just incredible. Sorry for your loss, Piggy. Sorry, everyone. I do get a little emotional. And that is just horrible. That is just horrible. Sorry for your loss, Piggy. Take the time you need, hon. Really. Boy. That is just not good. That is really, really not good. Piggy, if I was there, I'd be giving you a big hug and holding on to you. That is absolutely horrible. Oh boy. I don't know what to say. You know, saying sorry for your loss, I know just doesn't cut it. We've got 50 people here that are all sending you hearts, Piggy. We all feel your loss. Please hang in there. Just, I know it's tough. It is really, really tough. I guess Wicker wanted to go and be with her long-term partner. And I'm still not sure how to pronounce that name. Trisel is their other dog. And not good. Hi, Storm Chaser. Yeah, they're together at the Rainbow Bridge. Thanks, Diane. Storm Chaser, in case you just got here, the reason there's all the hearts in this in the chat is because Piggy, you probably know Piggy lost one of her Scotties, and now the second one is gone as well. And it's heartbreaking. We really do feel for you, Piggy. It is. All I can do is say, hey, you know, we send love, and we can't fix it. Just try to be strong and carry on. It's really, really sad. Oh boy. I don't know what to say right now. Piggy, we all love you, we all care, okay? And we're all sharing your pain. So hope you're hanging in there. I know it's tough, but please be strong, okay? Oh boy. Oh, damn. Sorry, guys. I gotta take a couple minutes here. I'm gonna put it back on our canned lava for now. We'll let that play. And I gotta write an email here, and I will be back in a little while. Okay. I'll put the music back on for now. Okay. I'll be back in a couple minutes here, you guys. Actually, it's just about break time, so I'll be back soon. Don't go away. Okay, you guys, I've turned the microphone back on. I'm going to just go through the other volcanoes really quickly here, and then well, I think I'm going to skip the weather portion for today and stuff like that. Anyway, we can see Merapi is doing its thing. And let's see. Gotta find my screens here. Oh, not that one. Oh, next one. Popping over, having a look at Ruapehu. It's all cloudy and rainy there in New Zealand, and not doing so good. Yeah, thanks, Sharon. All good. Anyway, that's Ruapehu. So Piggy wants us to stay strong and carry on. Thanks, Piggy. Yeah. Boy. Anyway, looking at other volcanoes here real quick. This one, of course, is Semeru, and Semeru was in the clouds for most of its time. It did peek out every once in a while, but for the most part, we didn't see too much because it was covered. But we do have a couple spots there. You can see the glow. Thank you, Oz, and I'll just write that down. Oz, thank you very much for that super chat. And Piggy wants us to stay strong and carry on. And yeah, she does. But she's broken. And I hope she can recover from this. And hopefully she'll be okay in time. And you know, Peggy is a very dear friend, and it's hard, you know, to lose both so quickly together. But yeah, I guess it is what it is. Mother Nature is cruel, and that's just the way it goes. Quick peek over at our other volcanoes. Krakatoa is doing its thing. Let's see if we can get a better shot there. You can see the vent is right in here, primary vent, and you can see the off-gassing. It's coming towards the camera, so very hard to see. We do see the chart spiked up and back down, so not so good. Sharon, thanks for that, for Piggy. And I hope Piggy is okay. I know she's not, but she's got a lot of pain right now. Hope she can handle it. Next volcano, and we'll get over to that, is Sakurajima in Japan. Sakurajima has been very active the last, I don't know, 12 hours or so. Even during the night, it was doing its thing. Last night, it was throwing out quite a bit of material and causing everything to be a gray, as you can see. and that is from the volcano, and it doesn't look very good there. So hope those people in Japan are okay. Are Fuego and Popo doing anything? We already looked at Popo, and or did we? No, I think we missed Popocatépetl. Yeah, we did go through that. Sorry. Well, anyway, yeah, you can see where some of that eruptive material is coming out, and it's been like that all yesterday. After we got off the show, it was going pretty wild as far as eruptions, and then also, again today, seeing that. So that is our Sakurajima in Japan. The ice cream boat is leaving, just so you can see that. It was there, but anyway. Don't feel much like ice cream right now. And looking at our ASO. ASO is not throwing out as much steam today since it's boiled a lot of it off, and there you can see earlier that's what we were seeing. So it's kind of done most of its thing, and here's kind of the sunrise shot, if you will. Oh, hang on, why am I not in the right there we go, sunrise shot. That's what we've got right there from ASO, and there's the off-gassing from earlier, and right now, of course, it's not throwing out very much at all, since most of it has gone. Thanks, Kevin. And we'll see if we can do something for Piggy with that. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, Mona, I think you're right. I think I just may do that right now. Because it really does bother me. So, tall isn't working, and there's our wonderful Yellowstone, just so you can see it. And we'll show you the Hawaii pictures real quick. And for some reason that moved a little, but let's see if that straightens it out. I don't know if it will. No, it didn't work. Slightly off, but that is a Hawaii. All right. Let me get on to that screen, and we'll see if we can move it just a little bit. Close enough. We'll refresh that so we can see what it looks like right now. There's your lava pond in Hawaii, in Kilauea's crater, and there's the shot from 2:41 a.m. Hawaiian time from the other angle, and here's what it looks like right now. And going over to the other side, the lava pond, tow area, primary vent right in here. And we'll refresh that so you can see what it looks like right now. And there you go. Primary vent right there, so lava pond. And that's kind of what it looked like at 2:30 in the morning as far as the thermal cam. And we'll get to the current one. There you go. So that's kind of it for our volcanoes. I think we've covered them all. I know there was I was going to do something on Stromboli. Stromboli was active again, throwing out a bunch of stuff. So that is something that we had there as well. Okay, Sue, take care. And yeah, I'm going to wrap it up, you guys. So be good, everyone. And please take care of yourselves. And I just need to go sit back for a bit. Thank you, everyone, for your support. Thank you for being here in the stream. And we'll be back tomorrow, okay? So stay strong, be good, and take care, everyone. And thanks, Oz and Sharon and Kevin, for that extra support there. So everyone, be good. I'll leave this on for a little while here while I'm writing emails and stuff. So thank you, everyone, for being here. And Piggy, if you're listening, you don't need to apologize to me for disrupting the stream. That's absolutely 100% okay. You're part of our family here, so just remember that, okay? And stay strong, Piggy, please, if you're listening. Anyway, be good, everyone, and take care of yourselves. We'll be back tomorrow, and we'll try to have a better show for all of you. So thank you, everyone here in the Lava family, and my biggest condolences to Piggy. I'll talk to you, and be good. We'll see everyone tomorrow. And please remember, tell your loved ones that you love them tonight, for tomorrow is never promised. Good night, everyone. Take care, and oink oink.
you.